Welcome to Oulton Park. There's just 3 races to go in Bennetts BSB, and it's time for the showdown. In effect, what that means is here at Oulton Park and at Donington in a couple of weeks' time, it's 25 points for a win. There's 255 points available here until the end of the season, so anything goes. And whilst that means that everyone mathematically really feels like they're still in the equation, I think we're going to pick out 5 or 6 riders here that could still fight for this championship as we walk up pit lane here at the end of Friday. Remember, the top 12 riders from today automatically go through to the qualifying final to decide the grid. The rest will have to battle it out. And most of the names that have been up there this season are in that top 12, but a few squeaked through as we go down the garages here. NP Kawasaki's Louis Vallely looking to finish the year on a high. There's a bit of a change here in the Cummins by Team AWR Honda squad. Richard Kerr has come in to replace Alex Olsen. They've parted ways for the end of this season. A bit of concern there because Richard Kerr's bike looks a bit of a mess, so he's obviously gone down. Hopefully the Irishman's okay. Luke Hedges had a really good season actually, worth mentioning. The Whitecliff CDH Racing Kawasaki rider. I think he's gone a bit under the radar so far in 2024, but he's done a good job, and I certainly hope that he can get himself a spot on the grid for next year. And there's all the talk this weekend about who's going where for next year. We'll try and get through that as the weekend goes on through commentary and in presentation. Franco Bourne is back in action as well, of course. Tom Ward replaced him last time and did a very good job, but really good to see Franco back and fit racing here this weekend. Lewis Rollo in the Iron Competition Senka Aprilia team just missed out on a place inside the top 12 there to automatically go through to Q2. That was an outstanding effort from Lewis. Ian and Myra's home round, we shouldn't forget here at Oulton Park as well. But 13th in the end here today, that was brilliant. Tag Honda, of course, Fraser Rogers, after breaking both of his legs, gave it a go last time out at Cadwell, but he was a bit battered and bruised. He just needs to get himself across the finish line a few races here this weekend. He's got the talent, and I'm pretty confident Fraser will be on the grid for next year. But let's hope he doesn't try to move too many mountains. We know how impatient Fraser can get sometimes, but he's had a very, very good season. The garage door's shut here for Danny Buchan, Dow Racing Kawasaki, but he is having a fantastic day. It's sounding like, in terms of the rumour mill for next year, that we could see 2 new faces in the Dow Racing Kawasaki for next year. But until that's confirmed, I can't bring you any more than that. But the garage door shut for some reason there for Danny. Braden Elliott on the other side of that, just pouring through some data. Next garage we go to is Storm Stacey and Brad Peary, of course. Brad Peary's bike is missing, not really sure why that is. Storm Stacey, of course, getting himself that first race win earlier this year at Snetterton as the British Talent Cup boys go past us here. Stacey will be looking to end the year on a high himself. Will he stay with Brent Gladwin's team, or is he on the radar of a few others for next year? I guess we'll find out. Rory Skinner is back as well, another rider who's been absent through injury. Really good to see that, of course. Let's not forget, the last time we were here at Oulton Park, Rory had a terrifying crash over at Island Bend. But the Cheshire Mouldings BMW team will be pleased to see Rory back through. He wasn't inside the top 12 today, but that's to be expected. He's just got to get himself back up to some sort of fitness so that he can really build up at the end of the year and be fully fit for 2025 and a charge there. Billy McConnell, what a great year he's had so far, the Australian, just going through some data there. Of course, on the podium at Thruxton earlier this year, and the C&L Fairbairn Properties Look Forward Racing team must be over the moon with him. I think he's, well, there's so many dark horses, isn't there, in Bennetts BSB, but he has to go down as one of the best so far this year. FHO Racing BMW haven't had a year to sing about, really, although Peter Hickman had one of his better weekends at Cadwell last time out. And Josh Brooks as well was second just a moment ago there to end day one here at Oulton Park up inside the top 3. So good to see the Aussie back up there and fighting at the top 3. Let's hope for their sake that they can get themselves a big result to end the season with, because it's just not been all singing and dancing like we'd hoped at the start of the year for those guys. The Completely Motorbikes Kawasaki team, Max Cook struggled a bit. He was on the back foot for most of Cadwell, so he'll be looking forward to returning here to Oulton Park. Of course, the team have got a great record here, and Jason O'Halloran, despite the most recent years of visits here to Oulton Park not going to plan, he is a race winner here at Oulton. Let's see if he can get himself back up on that top step. Now, as we go a little bit further down, there's a few more talking points here in Bennetts BSB, most notably the Master Mac Honda team ran by Hawk Racing. Charlie Nesbitt and Lee Jackson had an absolutely brilliant time out at Cadwell Park, and they've backed it up here with better results still. Let's see if we can grab a word. No sign of Charlie at the moment. I'm going to see if I can just get a word with Lee. Let's see if we can get a word with Lee. Yeah, Lee will have a word. But it's been really, really good. After such a great Cadwell Park, back on the podium last time out at your home race, and of course you've got brilliant record here and fond memories of Oulton Park, but just in general for the team, for you, both you and Charlie looking in fantastic nick here.
Yeah, it's been a good day. This morning we worked really hard on our old tyre and just got rid of all the niggly little setup issues that you can get, but the track today has been unreal. It's been so fast, you know, coming to Oulton Park the second time, it's always quick, but there's been a lot of rain, so didn't expect to go so fast today really, but mega happy to do a 33.8 again. It's been 2 years since I've done a 33 around here, so feeling good and looking forward to tomorrow.
It's not just the fact that you've always been strong at Cadwell, your home circuit, and here at Oulton as well. You guys have been chipping away all season long. What has been the most notable change of late for you boys?
To be honest, we did switch over to the 2024 back at Thruxton, and but before that at Brands I had a few top sixes there, so the momentum's been building throughout the year. You know, we've been working hard, the whole team have, and I think the run at Cadwell just buzzed me and Charlie up, and hopefully we can both be back on the podium this weekend.
Good luck, Lee.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Lee Jackson then, of course, most famously, his first ever race win coming here a couple of years ago, and you cannot rule out either of those riders. Christian Idden and the Oxford Products Racing Ducati. Now, Christian is one of the riders inside that top 5 in the championship, but both Christian and Glenn Irwin are a little bit behind the 8 ball in terms of the championship fight. Can we just grab you for 1 minute? Yeah, Christian Idden's going to come out for a quick chat. It is all about Tommy Bridewell in the championship at the moment, and Kyle not too far behind. Christian, 3 rounds to go, a lot of points still available, but both the likes of yourself and Glenn, you've got a lot of work to do if you want to try and wrestle this one back.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, for us, the last round at Cadwell was the difficult round. Thruxton was difficult, but Tommy and Kyle didn't capitalise, and at Cadwell we weren't very quick, and they really capitalised there. So that's where the points cap opened up massively. So it's 64, I think, to me. You know, it's a lot, but a couple of racing, it can all turn around pretty quickly. You know, like this is sport, this is racing. So yeah, it's a tough one to climb, especially against, you know, such talented riders such as those. They don't make that many mistakes, but yeah, I think we just have to focus on what we're doing. Today's been interesting, not the easiest of days. I've got to admit, the first session we just couldn't find any feeling, and it's odd because we had 3 podiums here at the start of the year, 2 fastest laps. So I came here thinking, you know, like this is get our championship back on track, and I was wobbling around doing God knows what this morning. So that session there was a little bit better. I think the track was quite green, but it's rubbered in a little bit, and yeah, I feel pretty good. Now we can start to work. At least I'm getting in some kind of flow. So yeah, roll on tomorrow.
Good luck for this weekend.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thanks to Christian Idden then. So yeah, basically the likes of Christian and Glenn, it's not over here this weekend if they don't have the best results, but they just can't really afford to lose any more ground to the likes of Tommy and Kyle if they want it to be all on the table still when we go to Donington at Brands at the end of the season. Leon Haslam, expect to see him up there battling somewhere near the podium here this weekend. It seems like a bridge too far to put him in the equation for the championship for this year. This is the British Supersport garage of the Honda team, as Jack Kennedy and Dean Harrison continues on there. Andy Irwin, of course, knocked himself about a bit last time out at Cadwell Park, but next door to him is the championship leader. I'm not sure if we'll get a chance to speak to him or not, because he's pouring over some data. Now, Tommy squeaked through to the top 12. He was in fact 12th place here today, and I can't imagine he'll be too happy with that, but ultimately it's job done. Now, he is the championship leader at this stage, 19 points ahead, but with so much more to play with. Let's be honest, Tommy's got a fantastic record here at Oulton Park. Can he get the job done again and become the first ever British Superbike champion back-to-back with different manufacturers? We're going to leave Tommy just to get all that data talked over, because I'm sure that 12th today is not where he wanted to be. Over in the OMG Gorilla Yamaha Racing team, I'm sure we can catch a word in a second with, well, Kyle's just looking into his phone, so I'm definitely going to grab a word with him. And Ryan Vickers. A bit of a technical at the end of the session there for Ryan Vickers. Not a crash, but a technical. He's managed to get himself through to the top 12. But the man who was really on form last time out at Cadwell Park, arguably the best race weekend of your career. How was today, Kyle? 19 points behind in the championship. You've had some podiums of late here at Oulton as well, and it looked like you were going well there.
Yes, the bike was working actually really good. I'm happy. The speed come quite natural this morning, which is always a nice feeling at Oulton Park. Sometimes you scratch for Friday and Saturday morning, but the speed was there straight away, so I'm happy with my bike already. Just tweaking little bits to make the tyre last a little bit longer, and that's it really. So yeah, didn't bust me balls out there to get first, second, third, whatever. I don't know where I ended up, but I know it's in a secure spot in Q2. So job's done. I wish it had gone a little bit smoother so I could do a bit more of a run, but I had a few technical issues which I had to miss the last couple of minutes. But I did the lap time, which got me through. That's day one done, job done. So yeah, hopefully we can build on tomorrow.
Kyle, I'm sure pretty much everyone asks you these questions, but it's getting serious now in BSB. 3 rounds to go, and you're within a shout here of winning the championship. What's the mindset coming into Oulton?
I mean, in my mindset, what I did at Cadwell, if I can do it there, I can do it anywhere. So yeah, just got to knuckle down, do all the hard work today and tomorrow, and yeah, hopefully take some more trophies home and a big all of points.
Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
There we go, Kyle Ride then. Brilliant at Cadwell Park, 2 wins and a 2nd place. If he does that again here, this championship really tightens up heading into Donington. Ryan's not about at the moment on the other side of the garage. You could argue maybe, in terms of outright speed, the fastest man in Bennetts BSB at the moment, but Cadwell was a write-off. He'll want to forget that one, good and proper. Another rider who's probably wanting to forget recent races is Danny Kent, of course. He went very well over at Thruxton, but Cadwell wasn't the round that he wanted. In terms of the championship, again, it looks like even though he's there, he's not a million miles away, and anything can happen with the way the points are standing. It just feels like Danny's got too much to do to really have a say in it. And over here in the Hager PBM Ducati garage, I'm not sure if Glenn is around or not. He's probably busy talking at the moment, but Glenn Irwin, of course, last year's runner-up in the championship. I wouldn't say that he's ruled himself out, but he's struggled of late. No podiums now in the last 9 races. He's really got to turn that form around. If anyone can, it is Glenn Irwin. He's got a tremendous record here at Oulton Park. We know he goes well at Donington as well, and Brands Hatch, but Glenn cannot afford to not be on the podium here this weekend if he wants to stay in the championship. So, the showdown begins here at Oulton Park, and you don't want to miss a single second of it. We are live 1 till 6, both Saturday and Sunday on Eurosport 2, and all of that is on Discovery Plus as well. For those of you watching on the app, if you tune in tomorrow 20 minutes early, around about 20 to 1, you'll catch the end of FP3, where we'll dive into all of the action here. But it's all on. Tommy Bridewell looking for back-to-back championships. Is he going to do the business here at Oulton, or will we have another twist in the tail? It's time to find out.